Igbo, Kanuri, TV, Efik, and over 300 ethnic groups. Nigerians' diversity, it is strength. In every language spoken, every dance performed, and every drum beat echoed, there is pride, peace, and identity.
Peace isn't just the absence of war. Peace is the presence of hope. In every corner of Nigeria, hope is alive. Hope in education, hope in innovation, and hope in next generation. I believe in Nigeria because I see changes every day. We don't wait for peace, we build peace. We have seen hard times, but we still stand as one. Yes, Nigeria faces challenges, economically, politically, and socially. But even in the storm, Nigeria's spirit remains unbroken. Where others see conflict, we see a call to rise.
We are more than headlines. We are the nation of believers in peace, in unity, and in tomorrow. This is Nigeria. This is our story. And from Sun TV, let the world hear it from us.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to another edition of What's Trending or Something. I am your host, Faith George, broadcasting live from Jalingo, Taraba State. With me here in the studio, I have some distinguished guests by my right-hand side.
My name is Emmanuel Lucalistus.
By name Jahaziel. And you all know me. My name is Jason Jaffet, and I'm here on What's.
Pride, peace, and identity.
Peace isn't just the absence of war. Peace is the presence of hope. In every corner of Nigeria, hope is alive. Hope in education, hope in innovation, and hope in next generation. I believe in Nigeria because I see changes every day. We don't wait for peace, we build peace. We have seen hard times, but we still stand as one. Yes, Nigeria faces challenges, economically, politically, and socially. But even in the storm, Nigeria's spirit remains unbroken. Where others see conflict, we see a call to rise.
We are more than headlines. We are the nation of believers in peace, in unity, and in tomorrow. This is Nigeria. This is our story. And from Sun TV, let the world hear it from us.
Welcome back, viewers. A Nigerian Cessna 172 aircraft operated by Scarpa Express crashed at Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport in Owerri, Imo State. The plane, registered as 5N-ASR, had departed from Kaduna International Airport and was headed to Port Harcourt International Airport when it declared an emergency and diverted to Owerri. Fortunately, all 4 people on board were hospitalized, but no fatalities were reported. The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau has initiated an investigation into the incident, according to NSIB Director General Captain Alex Bade Jr. The agency is working to secure the site and assess the wreckage. So, Mr. Jason, what can you say concerning the air crash?
is actually, to my own perspective, I think what is actually happening there is mismanagement. Okay, now before you actually allow users, even or let's say clients, bought your airplane and then try to fly over, you should make sure you check your plane very well, because you know plane is very, very expensive. Just from here to Abuja alone is more than 300,000. You cannot tell me that I should pay the sum of 300,000 and then I will now do what? Risk my life at the process. So definitely these are things that you need to actually put in place. There are some prerequisites, there are things you need to check. As a pilot, one of the things that you were taught in school is that you should ensure that all the safety and everything about your customers are your number one priority. So I don't think that should be a case. In fact, that company is supposed to be sued, because that is negligence from their own aspect. Yeah, I don't actually like it when I hear people telling me that there was air crash in that place. Though I know definitely there are some things that are beyond power. So, but these are things that they would have actually avoided if there are all these things in place. So I think it's actually a bad one from that aspect.
You know, the cost of the plane, the cost of the plane crash hasn't been seen yet, hasn't been noticed. You know, they just said an investigation is ongoing. So we won't jump into conclusion blaming either the company of the plane. You know, it might happen that the pilot made a mistake, and you know that what happened was they descended back to Uwere due to, according to your study, due to one or two issues, not concerning the plane per se, but maybe a weather issues. You understand?
Exactly. And this weather issue, this is the number one thing. You know, I went to this thing. Let me even use our own Dambaba Airport. I saw somebody holding flag doing something like a master like that. You understand? These are people that normally they read, and you know they have geographers.
They have geographers.
And if you're reading weather forecast, you know when you're supposed to fly and when you shouldn't.
You know, if you check instance of plane crash, what happens is when they take off, they be on the air, and then maybe a wind, tornado, as we all know, might occur. Then now you know that they are specialists in that field, and there are people who will just sit down and pray. So we won't just assume, but where I agree with you is that yes, proper investigation needs to take place.
Yes, exactly.
To see where exactly the fault is.
That is the point.
So I guess the Uwere and or the owner of the, you know, if you check other advanced country, when things like this happen, you first put the blame on the pilot, because he's their superior in that aspect. Now he
imagine as a driver also, you know that your tire is bad, then you now pack people and start going.
You see that instance now.
Seriously.
But you see, to me, I will commend the pilot, because he has really tried. If not, if he did not have the knowledge of that his pilot work, he would have not divided to
you know,
because immediately he discovered that there's a problem.
We can give credit to the pilot, but let's not forget there are people at the control tower who the pilot listened to. You know, without them giving direct order to take the land and everything. So now, at most times you see that the fault comes from the control tower. If you watch movies like this, you see that if the control tower, the person there, control tower, sees everything and gives a wrong coordinate, you see that there will be
a plane that guide them, actually,
and the pilot will have to do what he pleases or follow what. So definitely with time, investigation will go out.
As even the pilot said, I'm not supposed to even do that. I'm not supposed to.
What do you think is the solution?
Now the solution, to me, I think the first thing, every pilot is supposed to be well trained. Because don't say because you are maybe you graduated with first class, you can fly anytime, you can fly even better.
Most times it's connection, you know how Nigeria can be.
So it shouldn't be that this pilot was just, okay, normally we have a situation where people are actually not drivers, but then you are following a driver, you travel from Jalingo to Lagos, you travel from, then as you know the road,
you want to just
move. You don't have the technical knowledge or anything.
Pilots are not treated like that.
So definitely
you must pass a particular test, a certain test, to be able to be called a pilot.
And as a pilot, you should always make sure you check the engine of your.
If you check, no, wait. Let me be on the defense line here. If you check the aviation system, what the pilot does is they give him a schedule of when to take off
That's
and when to
that is
land.
the
So
major
he has
problem.
nothing to do with
That's
the plane.
that's the major problem actually. That's the major problem.
You know, the people in charge of
So you now you are trying to talk about the people controlling the pilot.
Yeah,
yes,
You
they
want
are,
to
they
push
are the
it
people
out
at fault.
to
you know,
them
The
and
company
they-
will take the blame because
Yes.
he is the owner of the plane and the
And
company.
it might damage their reputation.
Yes, so
Absolutely.
the company will take the blame and the owner might be sued. Or maybe if they sue the company, yes, they have sued the owner also. So, but the pilot itself, we pushing blame to the pilot. I don't see it's necessary.
But I think I'm not actually saying you're wrong, you're right.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen a situation whereby a pilot actually stood his ground and said, if this particular plane is not fixed, it's not
Definitely.
going to go.
Definitely.
He
There are-
knows.
There are people who
This is your house. You understand? This is your house. You know where your house is
and your
leaking.
safety is there.
Good.
Yes,
So
yes.
I cannot go and take nations because okay, look at it. How many people died?
No,
Nobody died. I
Glory-
mean,
glory to
the
God.
glory- so imagine, let's even say one person, even one person
And
died.
the same thing occurred.
Do you know how many families, how many generations you've ended?
None of them died.
Or
but,
the same
uh,
also
all of
occurred
them
in
were
Kaduna
hospitalized.
2021.
Yes.
That was May 2021, May 21st. That was carrying 11 soldiers and chief of army staff.
Just look at that type of
Kaduna.
situation. That type of
I know,
situation.
you know,
And that
you
was
know, in
it.
that,
As if-
you know, in that instance now, we are not going to say it's just a normal plane crash.
No. I know what
Sometimes
you're
village people
I
too.
know. I know where he's talking about. I know definitely he's actually talking about something. So let's just leave that one for another day. We'll talk about that one.
All right,
True.
thank you.
Yes.
So let's go the second subject. Pastor Chris Okafor and Nollywood actress Doris. There's been a lot of drama surrounding Nigerian Pastor Chris Okafor and Nollywood actress Doris Ogala. Apparently, Doris accused Pastor Chris of promising to marry her but ended up marrying another woman. She's claiming they had an intimate relationship for 8 years and is denying it. Doris says she left her marriage because Pastor Chris asked her to, and now she's feeling used and disrespected. She's even attempted suicide and is now seeking legal action against him, claiming breach of promise. Pastor Chris, on the other hand, says she's just being arrogant and disrespectful. The situation has sparked a lot of controversy online, with many people weighing in on the issue. Some are supporting Doris, while others are defending Pastor Chris. So, Mr. Bigboard, like, what can you say concerning Pastor and
You know, this issue is a very big issue because looking at the point of the lady, seriously, there's something she did not want to do it, but it was the pastor that asked her to leave her marriage.
a religious leader?
And the pastor is a religious leader, and at the end, the pastor leave
How will you
her
promise her
and go
marriage?
for another woman.
And she even had 6 abortions for him.
And the one
had
thing that
6
will hurt her
abortions
is
for
that
him
is
now.
abortion.
While in the marriage,
Yes. No,
No,
while they are in
They were
relationship,
dating. They dated for 8 years. She had 6 abortions.
she had an abortion with a man.
8
6
years
abortions.
long. Yes.
If na me, I go swear.
And it was 8 years relationship.
8
Of which
years
she was
relationship
supposed to
now.
be married, but it was a pastor.
No, she
Chris.
was married. She
She
left her husband because of Pastor Chris.
See,
Oh, she left her husband.
so
You know,
Yeah, he
seriously,
asked her to.
that's why they
See,
say
the first
karma
mistake-
is real.
Karma
You
is-
understand? It's
the
real.
first mistake started when she left her husband
Yes.
for Pastor Chris, and now she's
But permit me to
Now
say this thing.
she's
No. Me,
stranded.
in my own
because she
opinion,
can't go back and she
I
can't get
don't-
Pastor
yeah.
Chris again.
I don't think, even if it is me, I don't think it is right for me. I can't marry a Nollywood actress. That's just the truth. Let me just tell
Why?
you the
you
truth.
know,
I can't marry a Nollywood actress. Reason is because now you know they are always on stage. They will go and shoot movie there, 20 days there, 30 days
you won't
there.
know
They will
what's
go-
happening.
You don't know what's happening actually.
So
You don't know what's
would you
happening.
trust her?
There's one thing about trust.
Trust
They
again.
say that the
You
Nollywood
can trust somebody.
actress trusted
But
the
if
pastor
you
because that one
bring
is
it back to your head.
that one a pastor is a religious leader.
And
That
he's
was
a
why the
pastor.
Nollywood actress trusted him and leave her
She has
marriage
not-
to
she
come
has- she
marry
has not
the
seen-
pastor.
Then
That's it.
she's not a godly person.
She's not actually what.
Leaving her marriage to
marriage.
follow a pastor, and
Because
then it's a pastor
he loved
known.
her, so he wanted them to date, and he promised her.
It's obvious,
He promised to
he-
marry
how
her.
will you leave your marriage just to go and date someone?
Na me, I go swear.
It's obvious she don't know much
We've
about
seen-
I go
we've
swear.
seen-
Because
in
she
fact,
feel
we've seen
used now.
someone. In fact, we've been seeing someone that actually said, "Let me go go and chop my life. Let me enjoy life. At the end, I'll go and look for a pastor.
Pastor.
and marry.
Imagine
Yeah.
6 abortions.
So definitely, okay, 6 abortions, and the womb is still intact, Abi.
Intact.
So if it is the pastor, will you marry that one?
one?
After knowing that you've done 6 for me already,
You
I
know,
won't
Yes,
marry
you
that one.
marry her now. If
I
you
want
want
to
to
produce
marry the
children.
one where you spoil, you go marry the one where another man don't
Seriously.
spoil.
No,
That's
Allah,
what
let's
it
marry the one that we don't know.
There's one thing
It's
I
better
want
we
to
marry the one we don't know.
why will she carry herself and put in that situation where they keep having abortion? If they know they will marry after
Yes.
all these things, they are not supposed to even. There are people who get pregnant, give birth, and then plan marriage after
Yeah.
very good.
Exactly.
a certain
Happens a
time.
lot.
But
He
why will
wanted
she
to
accept?
use
Two-Face
her
is one
to
of
me.
them. King Solomon of our generation, Two-Face is one of them.
King Solomon.
Two-Face and Annie. In fact, look at the way they even did. And they tell them what happened. They still separated.
separated.
So who is the pastor? He's also flesh and blood. So definitely he also has feelings and he knows that his
One
ego
temptation.
matters.
One thing our ladies have to know is that once you are in a relationship and such things are happening, like several abortions, like more than 3, 4, 5, you're supposed to know that this person will not marry me at the end, because the pastor will not allow to
Let
marry
me tell
someone
you,
that have done
there is something I
a lot of
believe,
abortion. You know, but
She was benefiting something there.
Benefiting what?
that's money.
That is
Yes,
best for them
it's
because
money.
because
Which enjoyment?
she cannot
I'm against it.
she cannot be having 6 abortions for a man.
Yes.
be love.
And then be staying there. With
And be
love.
comfortable.
love.
If
With
you're not
love.
comfortable, you
If it is me, I
don't
will
be
not marry her.
okay, daddy, I've
Why
had you.
would you
Okay,
marry
daddy.
her after using her?
6. oh.
No,
6.
you must
Even
marry
if it is
her.
me, I will not marry her
I
again,
know,
because
you
I've
must
already
marry
knew
her.
that she's used already.
I'll go to my
Whether it is me
village.
that use her, I can
I'll
give
meet
her
one
and go
elderly
to-
person
I will sue you.
and tell them I'm here to marry.
You know,
And they'll give me
you know
one
there's-
decent
there
girl.
is-
Exactly.
There is something she was supposed to do, sue him as you said.
That was the only
Sue him. Then the courts who are in that field, they have all these things in the constitution and everything, their right and everything. They will know how to proceed with. But
the only
coming
thing.
online to cry and do all these things now, making the pastor, you know that now he denied what happened, and he said she's just there trying to create awareness and all that.
Yeah.
Then where is the case there?
And do you know the worst thing now? The worst thing is that the world has known that she has done 6 abortions.
Abortion.
Anywhere we see her now, 6 abortions.
abortions.
6 abortions. That's
No,
the
no be
title.
matter of 6 abortion. No, if he turn around, no.
How?
If he
very
turn
hard.
around, seriously.
How?
If he turn
I know
around,
men. It's very hard for
eh,
men.
she fit
to
end up
stick
marry
to-
person wey pass the pastor
As how
sef.
now.
How?
That one is not Nollywood, or this one is reality.
This is reality.
I know
Everybody
it's
in
reality.
The world
Nigeria,
is changing.
once this thing case just goes online, forget it. Everywhere, everybody. In fact, there's somebody that will save that video until the person will send it to you next time.
If you have checked,
Let's
it is
see
a
what happen. You
video
will see
of
the
somebody.
person
One thing is that- one
2012,
thing
then
is
now
that-
you will
VDM
bring
now.
it back.
If she was not,
I don't want to call name, but you have to call the name.
one
You have
thing
to
is
call
that
the name.
if she was not able to give evidence of all this, the pastor can deny and
The pastor
deny
has denied
again and
himself.
again about this, and people will believe her.
If you
the
check, he
pastor.
has
Yeah.
denied it. He did not
Because
accept to.
he has
He did
denied
not
it.
accept the
She
claim.
should bring her medical
And it's very
records.
hard that
And
she
you know,
claims
there's
she's
a,
right
there's
about
a
what
portion
she says.
also in the word of God that says, "Touch not my anointed, and
And
do my prophet no harm."
Yeah.
So the only thing she would have just done is go back to her nail, pray to God,
The
Father,
Lord will
I've done this, I've
intervene.
done that.
Or go back to her husband.
Go back and go back.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her, seriously.
No, if it is you, you go collect. No,
No,
seriously,
I beg you.
no. That one is a done deal.
What if she's your sister?
If she's my sister, I will not.
I'm not
advise
seeing her.
I will not even advise her to go online.
Uncle
The only
Lee.
thing I will do is I will host you.
If you go online, they are chasing
Give her
clout
some time,
a lot.
Seriously.
Just travel, just go out, just go on vacation. Anything that will make you forget about the pastor. That's just the
You
only.
see what brought her came online?
Her
is
mental
two
health
things.
matters a lot because
One,
look at it now. Everything that
she's-
people are
she's
saying
looking
online
for
will
fame.
matter.
2, you want to tarnish the pastor's reputation, thinking that that is all vanity. After 3 days, 4 days, he's back to square one. But she, anywhere we see her, come on, you have 6 abortions. to relieve you.
Nobody
You
will
leave
ever
your
pass
husband,
her again.
and then that person that you left your husband for also left.
And you know that if something
Is it
like this
family
happens,
cause?
anywhere she's connected to,
Yes,
they will
now.
lose connection.
Exactly.
They will lose
She
connection.
will
Exactly.
get
Yes.
contracts again for
You know,
all this
she
happening.
fuck up for
The
coming
highest
online,
thing now
seriously.
is
Oh, yeah.
maybe the only company that can actually call her for advert maybe Fire Condom. You understand now?
Ah, you should really fuck up for coming
All right,
online.
thank you guys. So let's move to third subject. Kata Efe's shirtless street hustle. News hype for the video Twitch collabo. Nigerian comedian and streamer Kata Efe, known for skits and hits like Machala, took to Lagos streets handing out flyers and waving banners to promote his live Twitch collab with Afrobeat star Davido, set for 10 p.m. that night. Davido confirmed with a simple W on the announcement, while fans praise Efe's restlessness drive, with podcast Kwando Sheldon calling it inspirational. The effort drew widespread admiration and predictions of record African viewership on twitch.tv Kata Efe, highlighting the grift in Nigeria's creator world. So, what can you say
You
concerning
know-
the Kata Efes and Davidos?
You know all these content creators. If you check well, fans were like, Davido should not come for Kata Efe stream, should not come to his stream and all that. Why? You know, Kata Efe is a Wizkid fan,
Yes.
die-hard Wizkid fan, but you know, fans are just angry that why would Davido come for
Whiskey
Kata
fans.
Efe stream and all this and all this? Well, Davido is somebody who is loved. all
To
around.
everybody.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
hate for anybody
Godfather.
and all that. So he came and then he have, and now me, I am a fan of Shanks, which is also a live streamer, which was maybe they will say in Africa at the top. But now looking at the followers and everything, Kata Efe is beating him up. Kata Efe has invited Davido and now has invited Olamide, I guess. Okay, Bella has also done that, but
Also, Sabinus.
Sabinus
Also
came,
Sabinus.
Nas Boy, all these ones, they all came, and you see the streaming. The only difference is where Shanks is taking his stream is he has gone to bigger streaming platform than Kata Efe. How? He has streamed with top streamers in the world. He has gone to USA, spent how many days there streaming live. He has gone to streaming university. You know that Twitch is also an app
Yeah, Twitch
they
collab.
use to stream. So, well, for me, I prefer Shanks. But if Kata Efe will build himself to that standard of living TikTok, you know, mostly his streaming are mostly on TikTok.
Yeah.
So if he's building himself above TikTok and going around, then he will be able to beat Kata Efe. Shanks, sorry, Shanks.
Kata Efe actually, I'm not his fan.
Yeah.
Me, I would I
They
would
call
say- I
him
would
the
tell him-
shirtless guy, and
I'm not his fan. The reason is because he's actually the way he started his music. Actually, I loved that, but there was controversial issue. You know how someone he said he paid the boy, but the boy said no, he didn't pay the boy. Like that, like they were just dragging each other. You understand?
Machala.
So to me, I think, and again, to even crown it, to even make it more worse, the person he was singing to impress was not even replying anything to
he
the
was
song.
not
He didn't even say anything
he
to
did
the
not
song.
say anything.
And so you were killing yourself, and you were even keeping malice with another person because of someone that was not even interested in it.
And the
So
song
to
went
me,
viral, Lua.
exactly. So to me,
Just
I was
imagine.
expecting him to take this move since he was supposed to even make a U-turn and go back to what Davido's
Davido.
club. I hope you understand. This is something you would have done it since, and by now Kata Efe would have been the number one streamer in the whole in the whole world.
You know, if we are to look, I don't think you will even be able to invite Wizkid because Wizkid is not that kind of
Wizkid
person.
will not come.
The way Wizkid and
It's very
Shanks
hard.
met at Atlanta, I think,
Mm.
because even Wizkid came, then Shanks heard he was there and had to fly there. So they would just meet. What happened was they just met, made a video, and then that is all. You
It's not as
see the
if
kind of
Wizkid
personality
come and
Wizkid
sit
has.
down
No.
and-
So you know that
Definitely
they are
has.
they are different kind of people you relate with. Wizkid is not the kind of person I think will come on live to sit down. The day you see Wizkid do that, you just know that there's problem. The day you see Wizkid come live to sit down or even stay online replying messages.
I think that was the reason why Kata Efe is like he went shirtless. He was very happy because he did not really believe that Davido would come because he knew that even the fans of Davido knew that he is fancing whiskey.
He's not supposed
So
to.
he not even believe that
He's not
Davido
supposed to
will come.
doubt our good. Our
Because
God has
Davido-
he's not supposed to doubt our God. I'm very, very angry.
If it's about gold, me, I love
After that,
Wizkid. I love Wizkid because of his
I think
low key.
he were
He's a
insulting
low-key guy.
Wizkid, saying a lot of
Very
things
highlight.
that,
Yeah.
hey, look, Davido on my stream live, all these things. And then you that have been suffering, have worked a lot of things for you, you not do anything for me.
You know
what.
when what's the name of this comedian? This call him Cultis.
Yeah, cultists. Yeah,
Cultists.
OGB.
OGB
OGB
recent
Curtis.
sang song for the video. You know that the video acknowledged him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was after when Machala sang for Wizkid.
Mhm.
So that controversial lifestyle came up, and then they were all arguing that why will I sing for this will not acknowledge, sing for this
Yes.
will not acknowledge, and all that. So when we also agreed
I
that
love Wizkid because Wizkid is not taking himself as a god. You understand? Wizkid is taking himself as just an ordinary
So,
person
who is
here
who
to,
is taking
to
himself as a
hustle.
god?
Davido is taking himself
How?
as a god.
How is he taking
Wizkid
himself as
How
a god?
can somebody just go, okay, why is it that he didn't give this guy that has been going to 36 states just a verse? He refused to give him a verse.
They had a song together.
He refused to give until he went through 36 states.
No,
Is
those
that how
are
you're
part
supposed
of
to do it?
content. Those are part of. Nasboy is also a content creator.
Nice
What
boy is
he
a
does
content
was-
creator, but
he-
Davido would have just given him that thing. That only
Let me
matter
tell
of
you.
God.
Let me tell you. See, if you check clearly, you see that maybe they have even had the song before even going that. Is that everybody agrees that they are just chasing cloud.
Now you see, that is why I love Wizkid. Wizkid, if you are coming to him and you want to collaborate with him, definitely you will sleep on his gate. You will sleep at his gate. Whether I like it or yes, you will sleep there. And the reason is because he don't like associating with people. So you now come and say,
what will
Wizkid
you
is
tell
this,
me
Wizkid
about
is that.
You know, let me
Kenny.
tell you one thing about Davido, man. You know, if you can remember, during that time that Nice Boy were going to different states
Yes.
just because he want to sing song. Is it for Davido to feature him? Go?
Yeah,
No,
he
you
wants
just
to
want
feature
Davido
them.
a
It
fa-
was
a verse.
it was that time that you see that now Davido is open to anybody that you can reach him. Davido will do that thing you want. If you can see, it was after that time that Davido started moving around, going to
But you
No,
saw
he
when
planned
he
that
come
tour.
to
but you saw when Davido wanted to box somebody on the stage. You saw that one. I saw Davido changing to a boxer. I don't know if you saw that one.
No, that is
You
not
don't-
No,
changing.
it's not
He's
changing.
not
It's
changing.
not changing.
Why is he running away
A friend
from
is
the
coming
crowd?
to him. You want him to stay a big star like
If
that?
this Wizkid will just
Who
start.
told you?
Who
told you? Check with
Do
Skip and
you
see.
see what Kataife do when Davido just came into the?
He will be happy now because he has
you
seen
know,
his
that is
little
just
God.
what happened.
You know,
today.
right
That's
from
what I say.
2018, 2019, Davido
Yes.
was free with even smaller celebrities. When they started coming, Sydney Tucker, if you check their company right from 2019, the comedy they acted, they can easily see Davido is somebody you can easily meet.
But the truth be told, Wizkid also has done it
He has
well.
it. How? Where?
Wizkid has
Give
done
me
it
a
well.
product
You
of
see? Now
Wizkid.
let me tell you why I said Wizkid has done it well. Now Wizkid has actually raised stars that are also raising other stars.
Who?
Olamide. Wizkid brought Olamide to Limelight. Remember?
Yes.
You remember
They
his song?
sang
You remember the song?
together.
It was a
He did not bring
featured
Olamide.
him.
That is not
But
bringing somebody to
Olamide
Limelight.
couldn't stand on his own ground. You can still go
That
and go
is not featuring.
You see?
What will you say about Litesh?
Even Thames, it was who? It was still Wizkid that brought her into Limelight, and she's winning Grammy. Every person that Wizkid has brought to Limelight, all of them are winning Grammy. Go and check. It's all over. Even Lil Wayne
Where-
brought Nicki Minaj, but
if you are talking
she
of
couldn't win
Limelight,
anything.
where is the product of Wizkid? Show me a product Wizkid has.
What I understand with this is argument is that
Yes.
him himself, you know what he's saying. He knows that Davido is doing better than Wizkid.
No.
If you
no.
can see,
you
as
can't
if
compare
Wizkid
that.
automatically
That's not how
leave
to
us
do
in Nigeria.
comparison.
Yeah.
Now,
Wizkid
you can't
automatically
compare
is
that.
not
You
doing
can't
with
compare
Nigeria
someone who
again.
is coming from the street, from ghetto, from nothing to something. You can't
Okay.
compare that. Now, if
Okay.
you're comparing
Have you
well,
checked-
you don't look at it that way. You look at talent. Okay, look at Messi and Ronaldo. These are two different people coming from two different locations, and all of them are built in. They have that zeal. They have that everything. So, what I want you to understand is that
Where
Wizkid is just the best.
where
The only
I'll
thing is that
tackle this
Wizkid
thing,
is just the
this-
person that is
that
just
part you
on
said
low.
coming from Limelight
Is that why he
or
is
Orlando.
like? Is that why
Orlando
he's not
Touch.
best in
You know-
Nigeria now?
No, everybody don't used to stay in those. Davido has this thing now. US citizenship. This thing.
Citizenship.
Yes.
So definitely he
but-
can stay anywhere you want to stay. As an
They are-
artist,
they are
once
big.
you make money,
They are big.
I
you
know,
can
but
stay
you
anywhere you
can
want to
see
stay.
it's as
Wow,
if
that's
Wizkid
nice.
is not totally in the
No,
country.
his kind of personality. Definitely,
He's a
they,
low-key
they
man.
cannot all be of the same personality.
Thank you
Right
very
now,
much.
right
Now
now.
you're talking.
They cannot be of the same personality.
Now you're
But now,
talking.
man,
But the personality I would rather choose is to be free with people like
Yeah.
Davido.
Ah.
Because I cannot be hiding myself, having pride. There.
Having pride.
It's
He's not having pride.
Wizkid,
The only
your-
artist that made another artist to twerk in this video. You know, so case closed. Let's move to the next story.
that is he did not make another artist. That is the music director, the video director giving that role.
Yes, I know.
So if you let me ask you the instance of Tenny coming on Twitter to just say, Davido, I need that your blue Ferrari for a video.
And then what happened to it?
What did Davido say? Oh yeah, contact Lati. The next day, she had the car.
What do we call that? Show off.
How is it show?
Not show off.
She wasn't the one.
How is
You
it
know,
show?
that is why.
How is
I-
it show?
You know why I love Don Jazzy. Do you know why I love Don Jazzy?
Why?
Why?
Because Don Jazzy, when he's chatting with his client, he's replying all these people. You know, definitely, if you ask him for something that is bigger than you, tell him more. Even myself, I don't get that way.
You
understand?
know, Don Jazzy is
this one
also
is
a
proof.
social person. He's also someone that is social. If you check the last post that happened to Don Jazzy just recently, a lady said she needed money for abuse. He asked how much. She told one big amount. He said,
good.
even see the kind of money you're asking me as a beggar. You understand? I understand you, but at that moment, okay, how did Tenny and Davido met to sing a song? Davido was on his way going. Tenny saw him and started shouting his name, big brother, and then they stopped and agreed on singing a song. So, but do you think Wizkid will be able to stop on the road
he
to
won't
talk to
stop.
somebody?
Wizkid is a
Wizkid has pride.
It doesn't have. It has no pride.
No, that's what.
That's self-respect.
That's
Even
what pride is
Kataife
actually.
confirmed that
That's
one.
not pride.
It's
This
pride.
is
It's
self-respect.
pride.
Kataife confirmed.
Oh, Kataife. Okay,
Even
now
if
let me
you're
tell you
dying,
something.
you
If
not even
Kataife
send
can
your-
still organize another show and Wizkid shows up to that particular event, do you know Kataife will even forget that Davido was even in that place?
So let
There
me
is
tell you
difference
something.
between
He will lie down.
He is
Wizkid,
a
climb my
fan.
back.
Let me tell you. The reason why Whiskey will show up to Kataife now is because Davido has come to Kataife.
no.
Yeah.
That will not happen.
Wizkid will never come.
If you know come,
never even come.
if he comes,
That is if he's not
eh?
showed up.
No.
But
If he
showed up,
comes,
me,
then we
myself,
are trying
I'll
to
believe that
put
is
a competition there.
Yes, he will not
If he
mess up.
comes, the only thing they will do is they will either sit and look for a higher way to
That is
bring
it.
what Davido did. Now, you know
exactly.
that one he came to.
You know,
the
FC
station.
now we have
Now
different
what will
ways of
happen
doing
is
things.
another celebrity will want to bring Wizkid to show so that it will be more of competition. But let's wait and see.
Sure.
If there's hope, there's life. Go.
Yeah,
If there's life, there's hope.
Yeah, I'm very sure. Wizkid
We are
will show it.
here.
Wizkid will give them pepper back to back.
But I'm sure that very soon we will hear that after that live, Whiskey later did something to
Wizkid
Kataife.
will not do nothing. My boss will
I'm
not
sure.
do
Let's
nothing.
let's leave
Let's
it this
leave
way.
it.
Believe me that you
He
come
should
and hear
enjoy
that Whiskey do
himself.
something.
We are allowing him to enjoy Christmas in peace.
All right, thank you guys. Let's go straight to the last topic. Mercy Johnson and her husband. Mercy Johnson's husband, Prince Okoje, has been accused of impregnating another woman and buying her a mansion. The allegations claim that Mercy Johnson was aware of the situation but chose not to confront her husband. In response, Mercy Johnson shared a post on Instagram with a caption that read, "Omo, no sleep for the wicked. I never sleep," implying she's unbothered by the rumors. The controversy began when a blogger, Stella Dimoko Kokus, alleged that Mercy Johnson was feuding with her husband's side girlfriends. Another woman claimed that Prince Okoje bought a house for his mistress because she was pregnant, and Mercy Johnson allegedly helped find a housekeeper for the woman. Mercy Johnson has not directly addressed the allegations, but her post has sparked reactions from fans and fellow celebrities, with some praising her for handling the situation with class. So, what do you think, or what can you say concerning Mercy Johnson?
There is no difference between this one and Pastor Chris.
To me, I think this is where maturity come into play.
Yes, what that woman
This is someone.
just plain there.
This is someone who understands
Marital
media
Yes.
and also
And
understands
family
life.
matters.
She
and
knows
family.
she knows her
This
class.
woman-
Now she would have actually acted like. You understand? Then you will understand that the husband will tell her, "Move to your father's house," with immediate effect.
You know, Mercy Johnson is also big.
And of course,
The husband is also
She's a
big.
celebrity.
of course,
The
you know how
husband
many
is a
people are looking
politician.
up to her.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
She's
people
also a
looking up to her.
politician, special advisor
Commissioner Women Affairs for with entertainment.
with entertainment. She was once a special
Yes.
advisor to the governor's wife.
Of course,
So you see, Mercy Johnson is big.
that woman is big.
Mercy Johnson is big. You
That
see,
woman
what
is
she did
big.
there was she played a
And-
matured role
Yes.
by not going online to cry, to talk,
No,
and
no,
all
no,
that.
no,
What she
no.
just did was she just gave a simple comment, and
She
then
said, "Omo, no sleep for the wicked."
and that is all.
Just a simple
And you,
comment.
in your statement, you said allegations.
Exactly.
So we will not just jump into conclusion that this and this
But the
and this.
mistress had an
Affairs, but
no.
there's
That's
The baby she had a miscarriage.
She was having a
Okay.
Yeah,
pregnant.
that's why
and-
she said, "Omo, no sleep for the wicked." at last.
absolutely. And you see, this
Okay,
is
that
where
means
God is fighting for
God
her.
did not allow the baby to come and take
That was the one the woman made. And
This is where God is fighting for.
if you can see this story, like the one of Two-Face and ex-wife,
Yes,
Annie,
now, yes.
Annie come online to tell people about the
That
thing,
is
and
the
that was
problem.
one thing that bring fire until
that
now
is-
family come settle them. They
That
come
is
back.
where the major issue is.
You see,
If
man.
you are doing anything,
And the reason why that woman
delete
avoid
social media out of
Social
it.
media is very
See,
demonic.
in
It
social
can-
media,
it can
be,
throw you.
just show another different lifestyle there. While in your real life, you show another different lifestyle. That's how you confuse your enemies. But by the time you give
know,
them,
people
and
chase
today you
clout
eat
a
rice,
lot.
you show them that it is rice you are eating. Tomorrow you show them it is beans, they will predict you.
You know, people chase cloud a lot.
Exactly. So
That's
they are
the
going to.
thing.
So you see, Mercy Johnson actually did a very good thing, and she understood that every man is a polygamous person. He has that nature.
So are you polygamous?
Are you asking me on live? You're not supposed to ask me this on
We'll not
live.
talk about it. We'll not talk about it.
We'll not
We'll
talk
not talk
about
about it
that.
another time.
Let's leave this one for
Let's-
another day.
let's leave
We'll
it
talk
for-
about that one.
You know, Mercy Johnson, yes, she did well by not going online to cry, as
Yeah,
I said
sure.
earlier. So, and her husband also did not go and start. He did not start defending the fact that this and that happened. They all left it. He's also a dignified person.
Yeah.
So if he goes online now, his appointment with the government. You know, there's one thing with government and fame. If you're influenced with things, anytime your name gets spread
viral.
of one or two issues like this, you see that you start losing contract with people.
Exactly.
So
Trust.
So they had to respect themselves and keep it in with them, not like our elder, not our grandfather.
One good thing about this is only their fans that are making noise about this online. None of them even come
That
to
is
online
why-
to say
that
it's
is
not
why
bad.
I told you
The
social
thing
media.
is,
is
if
one
you,
and
if
the
you
why.
even look at this thing, it was even just, let's say maybe the house girl or someone who was just there when the incident was happening. There was a person that actually chipped in those things to those people outside. And that was where Sarah too got it, and she was just trying to create content. And after creating
all
content,
the
you know, she
gist
wanted also
lovers
trend.
and
Eh. So once they
they
now
are
get that
they are out
one,
there
I
chicken
know-
looking for.
and you know,
Looking
okay,
for
like
gist.
people, okay, bloggers like Linda Ikeji, if to say they got this type of information
They'll
and they
twist
got,
it. Or twist
they will
it.
twist everything upside down, and even you will be
Just-
wonder
just
how
to get their
now
reaction.
Mrs. Johnson, after having all this, and then again the husband will go and cheat. How? You understand? So Mrs. Johnson, even the husband said, I'm even confused.
Intentional?
I actually don't know why the husband even cheated. That's just the truth, because
You know, no,
Mrs. Johnson,
you
know,
cannot,
And he
you
bought the
cannot,
mansion for
you
the
cannot say you
mistress.
don't actually
I
know
don't
why.
actually know why.
You
Because
cannot forget about
that is the major thing. You understand?
there is.
That's the major
That
thing.
is
That's
why,
why the man
if we are
bothered her.
to conclude this topic, we need to give moral lessons to our fans.
Maybe this man want
Seriously.
get this,
Now,
this,
how are
this
we-
man want to have a child outside like
No,
he
And
bought
that's-
he bought
no,
a
no, no.
mansion for the
They are-
mistress
Yeah.
and had
They
a
are-
play with the
he's-
mistress
this
up
one
to the
is
point that they
serious,
had
so-
a pregnant.
you know it is. There is something we have to know. There is something like time. If she's too busy for him, he will want to have.
And
Someone
she
that
also
will be up
supported
to
the husband
that
by
and-
bringing a housekeeper. for
And you
the
know he's also
mistress.
busy traveling away. So if
you
he
see, they don't bring me
actually
for us
gets
now, so everywhere good.
a house for her,
Let them just
so
enjoy.
you just want maybe if she's off like this, he can just go there, pass the night. One, if you check, if this is actually true, if you check, she's not the only one. There are other mistress around. So I don't know. Okay, let me ask you, my friend.
Yes.
If you're to marry now, will you prefer bringing a lady to your house or a man or a guy? Let me not say man.
I will not bring anybody.
No, definitely.
I'll bring my sister.
We are in Nige-
Now I'll bring my sister, or I'll bring my wife's elder brother or younger brother.
Okay,
The reason
somebody
is
of
because-
relation.
The reason is because if I bring my sister, you know, there's nothing that will go on.
Sure.
And
I know.
definitely, you know, if my wife is also trying to misbehave, my sister got my interest. She will also let me know.
But you know one
ahead
thing
of
will
time.
bring relations to marriage
Mm.
is that she will feel she's in her brother's house.
So she
He
can
might
do
feel
anyhow.
it's in her sister's house, and then another issue.
Now,
So-
there is, if you know how to actually plan your house very well, there's all these things that you can set boundaries, you can set, there are rules. You know, this is my wife.
Rules are meant to be.
When I'm
broken.
not around, she's the next boss.
Rules are meant to be.
You
broken, my
understand?
brother.
No, if rules are broken, then definitely you pack your things and go back to the village. Isn't it? This is my wife. You respect her. I was on the stage with her, not with you.
You know,
We said I do with her, not with you.
Together
I understand
forever.
something that this man have respected the marriage
Yes,
and what
now.
connected him and his wife. That was why he bought a mansion on site.
And he was a
Yes.
divorcee
Because
before he got
when
married to
if,
Mrs.
if
Johnson.
you bring that woman into their matrimonial
fight
home,
too.
that means he have disrespected
Yes.
his
You
wife.
know, there are kind of people you don't play that shit with. She's also strong. So if she thinks
Yes.
of doing that himself, it's in vain because she has the money to even pack her children and pack out of
That's
the
why
house.
they say
Yeah.
when two
Yes.
elephants are fighting at the ground, they suffer.
It's
So
the ground.
definitely money and money when they're fighting, who will enjoy it?
She's popular.
He's also
She's
popular.
even more popular than him.
Yeah, now.
She has more fame than him. So he has to respect. If you check
Yes,
them,
we know
what gave
Messi,
him that
Messi.
rising
We know
star
Messi
was
Johnson
his
since we were in
popularity.
secondary school.
Yes,
Messi
and
Johnson.
because an actress will be
She's a
popular than
godmother to so
politician,
many.
right?
Yeah, now.
See Regina Daniel, she's her
Uh-uh.
godmother.
She
brought
was even the
Regina
model of
Daniel
Akan Popo in
Yeah.
one of these
in one of
movies.
these movies.
Uh-uh.
So, well,
I like that woman.
it has happened.
All right, thank you, our panelists, for your thoughtful insights, and thank you, our viewers, for joining us. As always, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay safe. I still remain your host, Faith George. Join us next time for another edition of What's Trending. Good night.